Let's talk about something that is, for so many people, a huge source of stress: college applications. Today, we're going to look at this whole process in a completely different way. What if it's not a mystery or a game of luck? What if it's actually an engineering problem, something we can break down, analyze, and, actually solve?
But first, let's just cut right to it with a question that hits home for a lot of families. $30,000. Is that what expert advice is really worth? I mean, that's the price of a car. It's a huge decision, and it really makes you wonder, what are you actually buying?
And look, this isn't some made-up number. We're talking $10,000 to $30,000. That's the average cost for a private college counselor. That kind of price tag, well, it immediately shuts the door for the vast majority of students out there.
So, why does it cost so much? This quote just nails it. The whole industry runs on two things: having information that you don't, and using the fear of failure to get you to pay for it. The system isn't just expensive, it feels like it's designed to be confusing, right?
And that brings us to what we can call the $30,000 advice problem. We've seen the price tag, but believe me, the real cost goes way, way deeper than what's on the bill. Because you know what? At the end of the day, this isn't really a money problem. It's a fairness problem. When the best strategy is a luxury item, you end up with a system where your family's income can matter more than your own hard work and talent. So, let's take a closer look at this industry of, well, gatekeepers. When a family shells out tens of thousands of dollars, what are they getting? Is it some kind of secret formula, or is it something else entirely?
Okay, this is where we pull back the curtain. What counselors sell is stuff that sounds really fancy, like essay strategy. But what it is applying proven storytelling frameworks that anyone can learn. They sell school research, but what that really is analyzing data that's publicly available. The big secret here is that these aren't secrets at all. They're systems.
And this is the truly unfair result of it all. You have incredibly smart, talented students getting rejection letters, and it's not because they weren't good enough. It's because they couldn't afford to buy the strategy to package their achievements in the right way.
All right, so that's the problem. It's a big one. So what's the solution? Well, it takes a totally new way of looking at things. It's time to start thinking like an engineer. And what does that even mean? A systematic approach is all about taking the mystery out of the process. You stop seeing admissions as this big, scary thing, and you start seeing it for what it is, a complex problem. And just like any problem, you can solve it by looking at the data, figuring out what works, and building a repeatable system to get there. And this isn't just some vague theory. We can break it down into 5 clear, practical pillars. These are the building blocks for a data-driven application that absolutely anyone can build.
So here's the playbook. First, data-driven school selection, using actual numbers to find schools where you're a perfect fit. Second, systematic essay frameworks, using proven storytelling techniques to make your story pop. Third, timeline optimization, basically project management for your application, so no more panic. Fourth, and this is huge, understanding admissions psychology, getting inside the head of the person reading your file. And finally, using AI-powered analysis to find insights and level the playing field in a way that just wasn't possible before. This is the new strategy.
Okay, so I know what you might be thinking right now. If this system is so good, why on earth are we talking about it for free? It's a great question. And the answer, well, the answer is the whole point. Reason number 1 is simple: equity. The core belief here is that your ability to get into a good school shouldn't depend on whether you can afford a fancy consultant. That just makes the whole problem worse. Reason number 2, scale. Think about it. One consultant can maybe help, 50 families a year? But when you build this knowledge into a system, into technology, suddenly you can help 50,000. It's about distribution.
And that leads to the third and honestly the most important reason: impact. The goal here isn't to make money off of this stressful process. The goal is to make sure that the most talented and deserving students get the best opportunities, period.
And just look at the math here. It's just staggering. On one side, you have the old model, helping a tiny, exclusive group. And on the other, you have a free system that can reach orders of magnitude more people. It completely changes the game.
This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? It's the whole philosophy. The keys to a better future shouldn't be locked away and sold to the highest bidder. They should be available to everyone.
So, we'll end with this. The system today basically tells you to either go into debt for good advice or just fly blind and hope for the best. This new approach offers a third way: empower yourself with a system. And it leaves us all with a pretty important question to think about. In a truly fair world, which of these things should decide your future? Your strategy or your bank account?
So how can you actually support this mission? Don't worry, it doesn't cost a dime. But your participation, well, that's what makes the whole thing work.
It really just comes down to 3 simple things. First, apply these frameworks, see the results for yourself. Second, and this is so important, if you find this course valuable, if it genuinely saves your family thousands of dollars and gets you better results, please leave an honest 5-star review. And third, share this free resource with other families you know who could really use it.
In that review, it's so much more powerful than you might think. It's not just feedback for me, it's like a signal flare. It helps other families navigate through all the noise and find their way here.
Here's how it works. It's pretty simple. The platform's algorithm is built to show people courses that have higher ratings. So your positive review literally tells the algorithm, hey, show this to more people. It makes this course more visible to families who are desperately searching for help. And think about the direct impact of that for a second. Every single family that finds this course because you left a review is one less family that feels pressured into paying for overpriced, intuition-based advice. You are actively helping to fix the very problem we talked about at the beginning. So, the last question is for you. Are you ready to trade all that admissions anxiety for some systematic confidence? Good. Let's get started.